How many non-stop laps on a bike would it take to get CJ from his absolute maximum weight down to 0? That's the question that's been bugging me. I'm not talking about a jog around the block or a few trips to the gym. I mean one continuous agonizing journey on 2 wheels. No cars, no swimming shortcuts, and absolutely no getting off the bike. First things first, we had to create our, well, we'll call it a champion. Getting CJ to his peak physical form going in the wrong direction is a challenge all on its own. The quickest way to pack on the pounds is to force feed him the biggest meals at places like Cluckenbell or Burger Shot. You can slam about 11 meals in one go before projectile vomiting, which ends up being a waste of time and money. So the strategy, very simple. Stuff CJ with 11 meals, waddle to the nearest safe house, save the game, skip ahead a couple hours, and head back for another round. After 3 full cycles of this gluttonous routine, our hero was ready. He was a different man, his movements sluggish, his run more of a waddle, and even climbing a small ledge became a monumental effort. This is the ultimate Grand Theft Auto transformation. We're gonna go ahead and start at the pier. We have our rusty BMX and a grueling route from the pier up through San Fierro, across the desert to Las Venturas, down south to Vinewood, and back to the pier. Question is, how many full laps will this journey take? How many hours in real life will this take? Let's see if we can find out. Our journey kicks off at the pier, which is usually lively, but we're starting in the middle of the night.
It's daytime, you douche.
Just getting on the bike feels like the first boss battle. CJ struggles, the bike wobbles, but eventually we're on. First push, the pedals feel heavy. We started the first leg of the circuit, heading for San Fierro, but the city holds a special kind of terror. It's hills. Second we hit the first one, our momentum evaporated. It was the slowest we had moved yet. I honestly wasn't sure if we could make it to the top without just rolling back down. After conquering the city, we pushed on through to the desert. The green faded into a dusty, barren landscape. This brought on a whole new kind of challenge, a mental one. Sun beating down, scenery hardly changing. The only sounds were the whir of the bike chain and all the cars mad at me for taking up the whole lane. After what felt like an age, we made the long trip south back through Vinewood and back over to the pier, completing 1 lap. Checking the stats, hoping for a massive reward, the fat bar had barely budged. Soul-crushing moment. Figured out this was gonna take a while. The next laps were a special kind of mental torture. This is where the temptation to just get off the bike was the strongest. What was even the point? The fat bar was moving, but so slowly it felt like trying to empty an ocean with a teaspoon. The route became a hypnotic blur of asphalt, San Fierro's hills, the desert plains, the traffic of Los Santos, again and again. But as we pushed on, a glimmer of hope appeared. CJ's stamina was actually going up. He could pedal longer and harder. We were making it up the San Fierro hills a little easier each time. The fat stat was finally noticeably dropping. And then, on what I prayed would be the final lap, something felt different. So in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, CJ's character model doesn't actually change size until you trigger a loading screen. So he still looked like the absolute unit he was when we first started this journey. But the gameplay told another story. This lap felt like a victory. The bike felt light. We could actually jump. It felt snappy. Conquering San Fierro's legendary hills for the last time was a genuine triumph. The desert didn't feel like a wall of doubt anymore. It was just another stretch of road. We blew past small towns, forests, miles flying by. Navigating the city traffic felt different. We were more agile, more responsive. For the first time, I felt like we actually had the upper hand. Struggles from the first lap, the agonizingly slow climbs, the mashing of the A button to continue moving on, the desert boredom all felt like a distant memory. It was a powerful reminder of just how far we'd come. The fat bar in the stats menu was tantalizingly close to the bottom. Leaving the Vinewood streets behind, we started the final leg of the journey back to where it all began. Stat confirmed it, fat 0. 1 real life hour of madness, a new controller because the A button is absolutely smoked. We did it. CJ hopped off the bike, a changed man standing there, slim and fit, unrecognizable from the guy who started this ridiculous quest. The single non-stop bike ride answered our question in the most absurdly epic workout imaginable. If you enjoyed CJ suffering for the sake of science, do me a favor, hit that like button. It tells me that you appreciate these weird deep dives into the corners of gaming. And if you want to see more pointless but hopefully entertaining experiments in Grand Theft Auto, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss one. Now I've got to ask you, what is the absolute craziest challenge you've ever seen or tried in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, or just Grand Theft Auto in general? Make sure you put it down in the comments. I read every single comment on my videos and respond to them, and I'm always on the lookout for the next terrible but also great challenge video that I could try out for myself. So now back to the original question. How many laps does it take to get CJ from full fat all the way down to absolutely ripped and fit? The answer is about 3.5. We started down at the pier and we went around a bunch and we kind of ended up in Las Venturas, which is about the halfway mark. This journey took a real life time of just over an hour as we progressed around the map. After not eating for a really long time, you generally get hungry in the game, and that's when the fat just starts melting off really fast. So the first 45 minutes was just pain of just mashing the A button, wondering if my controller was gonna break, going around, and then that last little bit, you drop half of your fat in like 15 minutes. This challenge video is a testament to the hilarious and pretty detailed thought that Rockstar put into this mechanic almost 20 years ago. It was painful, it was long, but you know what? This challenge video was totally worth it. We'll catch you in the next one.